Happy Friday, guys. I hope you guys had an absolutely amazing week and are having a good Friday and hopefully a good weekend. So if you kind of see that I am swollen on this side or as if I'm eating candy, I'm not, I'm sorry. It's just that I had my 2 wisdom teeth on the right side extracted on Wednesday, and therefore this area is quite swollen and I still have the stitches, so talking for me will be a bit hard this time, and I'll be swallowing saliva as if I'm a cow, so please do bear with me. Guys, before I even get to the story time, I am so proud and I'm so happy for all the support. We actually have one video, guys, that is having above 1,000 views at this moment, and I think our subscribers are above 95. So that means in the last 6 days since I posted the last video, we have added almost 20 new subscribers. So guys, thank you so much for the support. And yeah, now the ambitious me had several courses that I was really interested in. Like, what did I want to be? I can't just be a general nurse. That's what I thought. So I really wanted to know, like, what field did I love the most? And I had 3 options that I came up with by myself. I wanted to be a midwife for my love of children, or I wanted to work in the surgery ward, or the operative theater, sorry, not the surgery wards, because the surgery ward is where you go after you've had your operation. But I wanted to be in the action, like in the operative theaters or the emergency room. Those were my 3 things that I was really interested about. And when I was in my 3rd year, I first went to the women's ward, and that's where we had a lot of midwives, and actually my mentor was a midwife, and we mostly had gynecological issues and children who were born premature, cases of abortion, whether it was wanted or, you know, like miscarriages and all those things. And after that, I was so sure I never want to be a midwife. I cried there like almost every other day, because in my head I thought that when I go there, it's just babies, like, you know, it's just you push, the baby comes out, woo, we clap, hallelujah, it's good news and everything. But I forgot there's so many women that will lose their pregnancies, that we will have to force labor on a baby that's already dead, and we have to bring that dead baby for them to you know, to hold, and we have to call the priest, and they are crying, and poor me, I'm also crying, and I cannot be professional anymore because I'm like, it was just a whole ball of emotions, and I just was like, this is definitely not for me. So the other place that I wanted was the LiQWYD, which is translated to the operative theaters. And lucky for me, by the time I was choosing where I want to go, the places were full. So guess what? I get sent to Estonia. And I went to Tartu University, or I can't remember how they called it, which is one of the most, like the oldest medical universities in the whole of Europe, guys. Like, it was that, like, oh, this is where I'm going. So getting there in Tartu, which is in Estonia, it's the 2nd largest city, I think, after Tallinn. I absolutely loved it because they had a centralized system in the LiQWYD where, like, the next door would be like a brain operation, and the other one is cesarean section, and the other one was like some transplant is going on, and some, like, everything was happening, guys. And I had the amazing mentor who actually had told all the other mentors that if there was like a really nice case coming on, like, they would call me. So I saw everything. I saw everything from head surgeries. I saw heart transplants. I actually saw like how this person is brain dead, but their organs are working, how they really take out everything, how they Immediately there was someone else waiting for his liver and his heart was being shipped I don't know where. I saw a cesarean section. I saw a heart transplant. You guys, if I ever have heart disease, I don't even think I would survive. Like that thing, for how they kill you guys. Like they kill you. And then there's this machine that is being operated by humans and all your body blood is transferred to that machine. That machine now gives you blood, goes back out. Like it was a mess, but I learned. So now I'm left with the emergency room, and I remember that was the last practice I did before I graduated, and I was very particular that I really wanted to do it because I really wanted to know whether I would want to work there, and I was kind of crossing my fingers that works, because clearly I cannot be a midwife and I cannot be an operative nurse. So that's just done. Now I can be like an operative nurse if I wanted to, but at that time I just thought it was boring. I'm sorry. For anyone doing the job, it might be very interesting for you, but at the time I just thought it was boring. So anyway, I went to the ER in Uvascular and I absolutely fell in love with it. It was everything and anything that I ever dreamed of and more. Like if there is something that I learned, if there is a time where I learned absolutely a lot, it was during that time. Now, I would say this, my favorite room in the whole ER, because it's divided into sections. It's not just one ER room, like, yeah. But anyway, my favorite room was the shock room, because that is where they take the trauma patients or people who have just had bad accidents and need immediate attention. And I will tell you this, if you are living in Finland, and you ever worry in case you have an accident and it's a pretty bad accident, what will happen to you? I will tell you the truth. I have never seen a more organized system than what I saw when I was in the shock room. Like before even a patient arrived, like the paramedics already had to call in to the shock room, tell us who you were, what you were doing, what happened, kind of injuries that you have and everything. And even before you arrive, I remember I counted almost 5 doctors waiting on one patient. There was a surgeon, there was a trauma doctor, there was like an anesthesiologist, there was like a radiologist doctor, there was a general practitioner doctor, and there were nurses, up to around 5 nurses. So you can imagine there's a team of around 10 people literally waiting for you. And these people are not confused, no. Immediately they know that you're coming in. They have these special kind of jackets. They almost look like the reflector jackets that people wear during winter when you're going out. And they had different colors. Some were luminous green, some were orange. And behind, on their back, they had like who is in charge, like the team leader and who is who. Like I'm the surgeon. There was like Kirugi, there was like Lakari, there was like they had all those names on their back, just waiting for one person. And immediately they arrived, I remember very well, they had this first person who literally talks to you. And I don't know how they do it, because I remember always it was a very calm person, and you could tell that immediately this person spoke to the patient, they would calm down. They would explain to you where you are, what has happened, who they are, and the kind of team that is waiting for you, and that everything is gonna be all right, that there's a lot of professionals ready to work for you. Now, the next amazing thing was, you know how you panic that what if something goes wrong and we really need to operate on you and stuff like that? Well, they arranged the shock room in a way that if you need immediate operation, they can actually do it there. And that's why the surgeons are waiting and all these other doctors, just in case they really don't have time to take you to the operative theaters. So for me, that was something that I really loved. I was like, whoa, I want to work here, I want to work here, I want to work here. And it's still a dream of mine. But then I've come to notice that you cannot fly before you crawl. So before I get there, I need to take several steps. And I'm just so glad that during this whole process that I was in nursing school, I was still cleaning and making a living out of myself and still enjoying life. And I cannot wait to tell you what happened next in my life.